We all wish we could bring our Disney vacation home with us, right? To have that Disney feeling every day? Well, why not start your day the Disney way with a Disney blend from Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company? With over 23 varieties to choose from the French bistro you find in your resort room to the Yachtsman Steakhouse and Gico, of course, and now Joffrey's newest Disney blend, Le Cellier. Why not start your day with that Disney magic? Order yours today at Joffreys.com.
Hey, Tim and Bob, or is it Bob and Tim? This is Christina from fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, your West Coast Rocketeer. I am at the start line for the Star Wars Lightside Half Marathon. Start the show.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call, and the doors will be closing soon.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
Bob, I am exhausted.
You weren't running.
No, I wasn't running. but Christina, congratulations, Christina.
Was that exhausting hearing that she ran in the Star Wars half marathon?
It was even before she started, and I was exhausted just thinking about everything. Because she's a Rocketeer, and she's been posting training runs and sending updates all along. So she finally got that under her belt.
Yeah, I loved it. She had the Resort Loop Rocketeer shirt on underneath her costume. She went as an Ewok.
Everything matched perfectly. It was awesome.
It was awesome. So congratulations to everybody who was out there in California and ran the Star Wars half marathon, the light side. Tim.
Yes.
You and I will be at Walt Disney World for the Looper Meet during the Star Wars half marathon, the heavy side. I mean, the dark side.
I was going to say, don't mention we're there for it. Say we're there during it. We're not necessarily there for it.
Yeah, let's make no mistake here, folks. We will be cheering you on via maybe a golf cart. I don't know. Are they running it like 2:30 in the afternoon? Because that'll be about the time we could probably make it out there.
Exactly, and through Fort Wilderness, so we could get a golf cart.
We will definitely be there, and we will be cheering you guys on. So check out our social media pages and website for details on the Looper Meet 2017. Coming to a Walt Disney World near you.
And we should have our full itinerary worked out by then. Yeah. I think by the next show.
By the next show?
By the next show.
Oh, wow, that's bold.
Well, it probably is.
Bold. Times and events are subject to change.
Right.
We'll say that every time.
Could depend on the weather.
Right.
Our moods.
Right. Exactly. So, Christina, thank you so much for that show open. And Tim, if other people want to give a show open, what should they do?
You can email us a file from your phone, or you can call us at area code 414
WDW
Loop.
There you go.
Awesome.
Before we get started, Tim.
Yes.
We have a new country.
We do.
We do.
This is
We're
exciting.
up to 132 countries listening to this show.
Wow.
No pressure.
Yeah. Ooh, none.
Welcome, everyone, from the beautiful island of New Caledonia.
Well, that sounds lovely.
Yeah. It's much, much nicer than Old Caledonia.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Oh, it's a lot newer.
Old Caledonia was a dump. That's why they left.
Wow. Okay. Again, I haven't done this in a while. The views and opinions expressed by Tim Scott are not necessarily those. Anyway, it sits, I tell you, what a beautiful place this would be. Sits between Australia and Fiji.
Oh.
How nice would that be?
Forget about it.
I'd be all over that. Let's go.
Pack it up.
It looks like it's probably about the size of, no, it's not even, it's half the size of Walt Disney World.
Oh, wow.
How about that? New Caledonia.
Nice.
Yeah. So So anyway, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking it was acres, but it's actually bigger than Walt Disney World, but not by much.
I was going to say, is it like Discovery Island right there in the middle of Bay Lake? Is that what we're talking?
It might be. It might be. Now I've offended everyone in New Caledonia, so we still have hopes for Old Caledonia to tie into us. Anyway, thanks, guys, for listening. And Tim.
Yes.
Since we're way out west, can we just stay out here? It's nicer and warmer.
It is nice out there. We're on the left coast. I'm
Yeah.
gonna run that into the ground.
I know you are. Yeah. Way out left of us.
Right. Well, there are a couple big announcements involving Disneyland
Yeah.
that I know you wanted to talk about. So what's going on out there at Disneyland?
Well, this is one of those things that again, Disney's they, for whatever reason, I'm going to call this 2017 year of the feelers.
Oh,
because
oh my,
Disney seems to be putting out all these feelers as to what they can do and what people are really going to like, and can we make money off of this?
Right.
For example, bungalows at Tomorrowland.
No.
Apparently, we can't make money out of those, so we're going to just close them down.
They never existed. That's why they were temps.
Yeah, these are not the bungalows you're looking for. So Disneyland out in California, they came out with this new MaxPass.
Ooh.
For Disneyland. Now, it is not getting good reviews on all of the Disney blogs and Disney boards out there. A lot of people not happy about that. There are some that like it. They like the idea of it.
So this hasn't been implemented yet. This is just what's going to start, or has this already started?
Well, let me read you the press announcement from the Disney Parks blog. So they say, let's see, let me find it here. Don't rush me.
Oh no, we got all day. This is episode 404, by the way.
Okay,
which means 404 error, which is probably what we just had.
Later this year, we will launch Disney MaxPass, which will allow guests to maximize their experience by providing unlimited downloads of their high-resolution PhotoPass images and by enabling the convenience of mobile booking and redemption of Disney FastPass return times, all by using the Disneyland app. Disney MaxPass will be available for an introductory price of $10 a day. And then they're going to have a special price for the Disney annual pass holders, Disneyland, and they'll be able to purchase the Disney MaxPass on a daily or yearly basis. So for $10 a day, you're getting, which I think is the only value that you're seeing in this, the unlimited downloads of the high-resolution PhotoPass. And in essence, it's like the My Disney experience at Walt Disney World.
Right. Sounds almost exactly like that.
Right. Because keep in mind, everybody that hasn't visited Disneyland, they're still using the old paper FastPass system.
They are old school.
They're old school. They don't have the magic bands yet. And so they're seeing this as a way to do a My Disney experience just for Disneyland through the Disneyland app. But what they're getting roasted on on all the boards is the fact that it's, of course, free at Walt Disney World. And now they're wanting to charge $10 at Disneyland. Right.
And then didn't they call that an introductory price too?
An introductory price. That's correct. So they do say guests will continue to have the option of Disney Fast service at no cost by obtaining Fast Passes at attraction Fast Pass kiosks, just as they do today. So, and you can, once you, it's my understanding that once you book your trip, you can then book your Fast Passes.
Okay.
However, you must be inside Disneyland Resort to make Disney FastPass reservations. This is some of the stuff I found. Okay.
Okay, so you have to actually be in. So it's using geolocation to make sure you're where you need to be.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So then with these books, same day, it sounds like.
Right.
Okay.
So Disney MaxPass will be $10 per ticket per person. This is where it gets a little confusing. One person in the party may manage Disney FastPass reservations for the entire party via one device. Okay. So here's my question. And then we'll go through the rest of these, but if I can manage everyone's FastPasses, does that mean I can just get away with, for a family of 4, just using one $10 and then I manage everybody else's? Or do I have to then, do they send a code as far as who all is in my party? How's that going to work? I don't know if they've worked that one out yet.
I have to believe that every ticket will need to pay the $10. You're just going to have the convenience of one person actually taking care of the FastPasses. So you don't have to worry about, you taking care of your ticket on your device and having your kids or other people you travel with handing you their phone to do it or logging out and back in. If I had to guess.
Okay.
So remember, because they should have worked out most of these kinks programming wise, with the My Disney experience.
Right. Well, there you go.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. So now instead of this only costing you $10, family of 4, family of 5.
Yes.
It becomes quite an added expense.
Right.
I think. Disney MaxPass is connected to your park ticket, so it can be purchased ahead of time. So you can get the MaxPass, but it will not be activated until you are inside the theme park. That's where I got confused. So yeah, you can buy it ahead of time when you book your package, but it can't be activated. So you can't get those FastPasses. It's not like the 60-day FastPass window you have with Walt Disney World.
Okay. Gotcha.
So again, Disney World free, Disneyland not free, Disneyland easy. You can get them at 60 days ahead of time. Disneyland, not so much. You got to wait till you're in the park. Guests may still purchase PhotoPass on its own if they opt not to use Disney MaxPass. You must be inside a Disneyland Resort theme park to make Disney FastPass reservations through Disney MaxPass. And Disney MaxPass will operate similarly. Why do I struggle with that word? To the current Disney FastPass system, meaning you will be able to reserve one FastPass at a time. So you're not even getting the 3 FastPasses.
Interesting.
That you do at Walt Disney World. So Disney MaxPass will operate similarly to the current Disney FastPass system, meaning you will be able to reserve one FastPass at a time. Now, I understand that Disneyland is much smaller than Walt Disney World.
Right.
But...
And fewer parks. You only have 2.
Right. And it's my understanding they're not tying these together either. It's not like even when you get a park hopper between California Adventure and Disneyland that you can, have a FastPass over at California Adventure and then have a FastPass at Disneyland. It doesn't work that way. That's similar to Walt Disney World in that regard. But I don't know. How are you feeling about this thing? I mean, it's $10.
Right.
You don't get the FastPasses ahead of time. You can only get one at a time as opposed to the 3 you get at Walt Disney World.
I'm wondering.
Now, go ahead.
I was going to say, I wonder what the motivation is to release this now.
Right.
Is it to manage crowds? You're setting up FastPasses so maybe know where people are going to be. Is it to see if you could charge $10 and not only at Disneyland but also at Disney World? Because to get an exclusive access to this FastPass for $10 doesn't sound like a whole lot of money compared to some Disney price bombshells they'll drop on us here and there.
Right. Oh, no doubt.
So people, they're buying their tickets, so thinking, it's just $10.
Right.
So I'm wondering, they're going to try to introduce that at Disney World. Also, I'm very curious because they're throwing in that PhotoPass thing again. They love throwing that in whenever they can.
Right.
Because that's already established. That's costing them nothing at this point. It's already been built. They're just emailing pictures back and forth.
Right. Everything's digital. They're not processing anything. Now they do have to pay for, the PhotoPass folks to take those pictures. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are getting those in, like if they buy the top of the line annual pass for Disney World or Disneyland rather for Disneyland.
Right.
They're already getting the PhotoPass.
Right.
So are they going to get a credit for that? These are a lot of questions that are being bounced around all the Disney boards right now, and Disney is kind of responding with their standard. We're going to let you know about that,
right? Because I got to believe they're going to expand the FastPass attractions at Disneyland, because they've already added. What did they add? They added the Matterhorn.
Right. The Matterhorn and Toy Story Midway Mania.
Right. So that's now added. So maybe they're thinking, we need to make it a little bit easier for people to get on these rides. And once, Star Wars Land opens over there, whatever it'll end up being called. Right. You're probably going to have fast passes over there. So maybe they're just trying to maybe get the groundwork going over there to get, locals over there used to using this new FastPass system. Because maybe the paper won't be able to handle that kind of traffic once this whole thing is up and running in a couple of years.
Right. I'm just really curious. I don't understand really the hesitation or the delay in implementing a Magic Band type of system at Disneyland. I'm a little confused about that. Unless they're trying to keep, maybe it's because of it being more of a local park, a family park, to keep people from just handing somebody else a Magic Band, and there not being any hard, but I don't know. It's odd to me. They just changed the Magic Bands at Walt Disney World. They probably got, truckloads of the old ones.
Right,
exactly. Them out at Disneyland.
Exactly. Well, maybe you can talk about this a little bit, because we know that Disneyland is a whole different animal than Walt Disney World.
Right.
And that the Disneyland people, from what I've understood and heard, never wanted the FastPass system that they have at Walt Disney World to come to Disneyland.
Right.
So maybe this optional, idea, it's going to be $10. We're not adding it to your ticket to make you pay for it. We're still keeping the old system, but if you want to try the new system, it'll be $10 a day. Because I got to believe at some point the paper's going to go away.
Right.
Because once Star Wars opens and all these new attractions open over there, I think they're just going to go push forward, and this is going to be what it's going to be.
I agree with that. I'm just I'm thinking that a lot of the blowback, if you will, on the Disneyland boards or the Disney boards out there on all the media sites, a lot of the blowback is from the locals. Because they're like, wait a minute, we've got annual passes. Now we got to buy even more. I've already spent so much on an annual pass, and now I got to buy even more in order to get a decent fast pass. Because their fear is that the people with the extra, $10 to $60, whatever it's going to be, are going to eat up all of those fast passes, and they're going to get boxed out. It's so difficult. When I was down out there for the Cars Land ride, okay, the line for the fast pass was longer than the queue for standby.
Right.
And I'm talking the line to get a fast pass, not to ride it, to get the fast pass.
Right.
Was longer than the standby line. So, you're standing in line twice as long. I get that maybe this will make it quicker, but I'm very confused. I think they're throwing in, like you had said, I think they're throwing in the photo pass and trying to charge the $10 by saying, well, look what we're throwing in. We're throwing in all your pictures for free.
It's a value.
It's a value.
Because we care.
But then again, right. And again, we're going to have to get a local on to talk about this once this gets implemented. But as a local, how often do you use the photo pass people anyway?
Right.
How many photo pass pictures do you need? If you're going in, 2-3 times a week,
right? Unless they're like attraction ride videos, like the Splash Mountain picture. I suppose I would get those every time if it was included.
That's true too.
But I'm not generally a huge fan of walking in, finding somebody to take my picture in front of, just something and
right,
snap away.
Well, and really, yeah. I mean, this sounds like a decent deal for people who this is going to be their one and only time to Disneyland.
Right.
You're going to want to hit some of the big rides. So jump on those fast passes that way. I got to be honest. I can see a major backup of traffic, if you will, as everyone's going in on rope drop, because you're going to have areas, as soon as they walk into the park, bam, they're going to hit their phones trying to get that fast pass. People are going to be shoving, knocking people over, because you can't get it ahead of time.
I'm wondering how tight the geolocation fences are going to set up on the app. I mean, can you book it from your hotel right there across the street, or do you actually have to be inside the park?
That's a good question.
I'm wondering how tight that's going to be regulated.
Right. Now, I do know that there have been complaints from day one about the poor Wi-Fi throughout Disneyland. So then there's that.
Oh, that'll have to be updated.
Oh, talk about a frustration level.
Oh, right.
You're like, oh, don't worry about it. We're not going to stand in that line, that hour-long line, just to get a fast pass or not get one because they'll be out by the time I get up there. I'll do it right here. And then you're walking all over the place trying to get a good Wi-Fi connection, or just as you're getting ready to get them, it dumps out on you or whatever the case may be. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Again, it's one of those things, kind of like the bungalows, if you will. I can't see me doing it, but then that's just me. I want to experience the whole park. I don't need just a fast pass for one or two rides. I want to experience the whole thing.
Exactly.
So
it's hard to
I don't
say.
know. What do you think?
I'm thinking I might just try it, because like you said, we'd only go there for every couple years, and I've not even been there yet.
Right.
But if you're a local and you can go whenever you want, I could see, I'm not going to pay the extra $10. I can go whenever I want. But if this is your one trip you've been saving up for a couple years, and you want to make sure you can do what you want to do, then the $10, per person might not look that bad.
Right. And really the locals, they know when the busy times are, when the most tourists are going to be in there, and they'll probably avoid those like they do now, just because now there's even more of an incentive for them not to go on busy times, because they're not going to be able to get the fast passes without paying extra.
But again, that sounds like a gateway price, because they're very adamant that this is an introductory price.
Right.
So if it goes up to 25 or more, who even knows?
Right. So now let me ask you this.
All right.
We've been talking about this for a long time. Is this, again, the feelers, because it's Disney 2017 feeler year, are these the feelers to see, are people willing to pay for that fast pass? And then are we going to see that at Walt Disney World with either a fast pass purchase, or like we have always talked about, fast passes based upon whatever resort you're staying at?
I guarantee there's people running the numbers, and they're taking surveys, and they're trying to figure out what can we get away with and how much can we charge.
Right.
I have no doubt.
I hope it's the same people that said putting bungalows in is brilliant, because then it won't last long.
Exactly. Just get some tents.
Just put up some golf tents. You'll be fine.
Run down to IKEA.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm nervous. Yeah,
I'll be anxious to hear. Yeah, hopefully we can have a Disneyland correspondent get with us, and we'll see how this rolls out. But yeah, like you said, I think they're gonna have to upgrade the Wi-Fi out there.
Absolutely.
Just if people are going to be paying, they're going to want a little smoother. Smoother experience.
Yeah, I think they're going to be tweaking this thing up until it is released. Again, they're just saying later this year. So, there's a good chance there's a chance it might not even happen. If they get enough blowback from everybody that they say, you know what, let's just do it like Walt Disney World. It's free. There's not going to be any of this. We will drop the photo pass, so you're not getting anything, but you can still access things, make dining reservations online and all that stuff.
Right.
I don't know. That would be the smarter thing to do, I would think. Make it almost identical to the My Disney experience in Walt Disney World. They already have the algorithms. They've got the code written.
Just check the box.
Just
check the box. Turn it on.
Change it to say Disneyland. That's all. Man.
They got to have some graphics people there.
So somebody. couple of people. I don't know.
Somebody, I don't know.
Anyway, that's that. I just wanted to throw that out there because I'm nervous about what is coming, and I just feel like they're trying to figure out where they want to go next with this new technology that they've got going on at all of the Disney parks. So
exactly.
So Tim,
yes, Bob,
that is all I've got.
Awesome. Everybody, thanks for joining us. If anybody has any experience with this or you have any thoughts, feel free to share them with them over at Facebook, the website, Looper Nation Live over at Facebook. That's a good place.
Yes.
Love it there.
Yeah.
And if you want to follow me, you can find me on Twitter, ResortLoop on Facebook at Tim Scott. We have the website, ResortLoop.com. If you'd like to support the show, check out our Patreon page at ResortLoop.com/support.
For just less than $1 a day, Tim.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Choose to support us.
You can support ResortLoop.com and help us out to make, our Looper meets even more enjoyable and get you guys out some more swag.
There you go.
More Resort Loop swag.
Exactly right. Big plans. We just need to get those things rolling.
Very big. Yeah, we're very excited about. We're not putting feelers out in 2017.
No, we're putting out stuff.
We're just putting out stuff for you guys. So
support Resort Loop, not the MaxPass.
No. Oh, no. Like us on Facebook, rate us on iTunes. And what else should folks do, Tim?
Everybody, go out there and share with your friends, family, enemies, the gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody.
Hey, Bob, it's that time of year again.
Absolutely. Everybody's getting ready for their next year's vacation planning. And what should folks do, Tim?
Contact Tyler over at People Mover Travel. January is going to be cruise time. Is what they call wave season. Everybody's putting in their vacation at work, so you're going to know what days you need to take. So contact him. Get in early.
Absolutely. And make sure that's peoplemovertravel.com. Let them know that you heard of them from us in the drop-down menu Resort Loop.
That's right. You'll get the days you want at the hotel you want, and he's going to keep an eye out for the rest of the year for discounts right up until the day you leave for your vacation. That's peoplemovertravel.com.